everybody, welcome back to the Watch Pals. My name's Chris, and this week we watched the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie. Before we get into that, I want to introduce my favorite Power Rangers, the Pal Rangers.
The Pal Rangers.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Jordan, he's the Red Ranger.
Oh, yeah, Jason.
Yep.
He was my favorite.
Not in this movie.
yeah. Which I want to get back to that because I don't remember that happening.
We'll talk.
We'll talk. Yep. We definitely have to talk about that.
And my favorite, the Green Ranger, Bryan.
No, you gave it to Bryan.
Tommy.
Even though it make you mad. Hello, once again.
But he became a little when he became White Ranger.
And speaking of a little, my favorite little Ranger, the Blue Ranger Jeff is here. The smart one, the brainsy operation.
I don't want to be he's the worst one.
He's the smart one.
He's not the worst one.
He is the worst.
He goes the longest.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean anything.
He saves the galaxy.
The
if you watch all the seasons.
I haven't and never will.
Okay. Either why, but I'll talk about it in a second. Anyway, we watched the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie, or Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie from 1995. I picked this movie, so I'm going to be steering the Zord this week. So I picked this movie because this is the summer of Power Rangers, and we're going to watch my three choices this season are going to be the Power Ranger movies up till the fourth movie, which we'll talk about later as we go. In any case, who has seen this movie before?
Wait, hold on. So there's this movie. What are the other ones?
Turbo, Power Rangers movie, and then there's the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, which is 2017, which is is like its own. It's like a reboot, and then there's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Forever, which is like a Netflix movie where they bring them all back.
Well, wait, when did that come out?
Like last year, 2 years ago.
I totally missed that.
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah. Well, I think there's also another one supposedly. Anyway, Netflix must have gotten a hold of them somehow. So there's a weird thing with Power Rangers because there's Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, which started in 93, and that premiered on Fox Kids.
Yeah.
And up until 2001, it was on Fox, and then it got bought. It got bought by Disney in 2001, and it was on Disney. And then it got sold, or it got bought, or it got sold from Disney back to Saban, and Saban took it back over and made his own thing. And until now, I mean, it's been with Saban and on Nickelodeon, and I guess Netflix has been paying for movies or something.
So Saban's version, like the Now and Forever one, or whatever one we said that came out 2023,
something like that. It came out the last couple of years. Yeah.
So is that
version? Yeah.
Is that one back to him though?
So yeah, since 2011, it's been Saban.
Okay.
Yeah, since 2011, it's back to Saban. So everything since 2011. However, Mighty Morphin is only the first 3 seasons.
I think that's the only Power Rangers I don't even know if I finished it. It's the only one I've ever watched.
Well, the first season of Power Rangers is like 60 episodes.
It's 40.
Maybe it was okay.
But it's made the second season. So they're like a lot of episodes because it's a 5-day. It was 5 days a week.
Yeah.
So when the seasons were coming out, it was 5 days a week. It was every day on Fox Kids.
Holy crap! I don't remember that.
You know why they were able to do that though, right?
Yeah.
So the history is Saban went to Japan. He got the Sentai footage, basically paid for Sentai footage. Well, there's like 35 seasons of that show.
Yeah.
That's what I was confused about. Was the Super Sentai? Is that only when they're in their suits, or is that only when they're in their Zords?
It's the suits and Zords, but I'm pretty sure they had to have done some suit stuff too.
Okay.
Yeah. There is so a lot of especially the beginning seasons up until like a couple seasons in, they did everything in their suits, and Zords was all Sentai footage.
So why don't you explain that? Yeah, explain that for the listeners who don't know.
Okay. So Saban was a guy, Haim Saban. He developed Saban Entertainment. And he said, hey, I'm going to make this show. And he shopped it around. He basically went to Japan, saw this other show that's super popular, Super Sentai, which was a series by Toei Company. And each season was different with different Rangers, I think is how that worked. I know it is how it worked. And now with newer Power Rangers episode, ever since Mighty Morphin, ever since the 5th season, it's been like that, where every season's a different group of kids in a different group. But basically, all the footage from all the fighting footage and the footage of them in costumes was basically from Super Sentai series in Japan.
It was from, it looks like, I'm looking it up right now. It looks like it was from Dinosaur Squadron Zyuranger was the one that was adapted to Power Rangers. And there were 450 episodes of that. So
yes. And I think the 2nd or 3rd season, they ran out of footage and there was like a lot of weird stuff with that. They reused a lot of footage. So they basically just took like all the footage and paid for it and then made all the human stuff in America, and then when they morphed, they went into the Sentai footage. They had to like write their stories around that.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Which there's a lot. The reason I know a lot about this now is because for over the last probably month or two, I've been watching this series on YouTube called Atop the Fourth Wall, and this dude watches and does like a 2-hour analyzes each season of Power Rangers for like 2 hours, and he goes into every single season. And he does it season by season. Every episode's a different season. And I'm up to like 2013 or 2014 seasons. So I've watched like 30 hours of this show. And it's fascinating because of how great it was in the beginning, and then how garbage it got when Disney bought it. And then how like it started to come back when Saban got it back, when it's even worse now. Like it's crazy. It was almost... There's a lot of stuff like we'll talk about it when we go to the Turbo movie, but it like was basically Turbo. That season of Turbo in the movie was so bad they almost canceled the show, and so the season after Turbo, it's called like Galaxy Rangers, I think.
There's been so many
season in Power Rangers in Space or something, which is the last season of the Zordon Mighty Morphin technically. It was so good that like they saved it basically, and they made like they just like went for it's crazy. Anyway, we'll talk about that more when we get to Turbo.
I mean, I think most of us probably did. I don't know. Well, I know I definitely did. I loved this when it came out, but I fell off really hard, and I just remember seeing like throughout the years like how many iterations they've done. I'm just like at that point I was like done with the show.
Yeah.
But it's crazy how many like different versions they've done.
Well, I mean, they had to because
I missed out on the movie when it came out. Yeah.
I'm with you. Because this came out when we were sort of like
we're on the
getting a little
cusp.
older. Yeah.
Like
so
8,
like
9.
Right. So we liked the first couple seasons and that was it. And then we were like on to something else. Like, I watched up until the Green Ranger became the White Ranger, and then a little bit after that. And then that was it. I don't think I actually ever saw any of the movies. So
sorry, real quick, Brian, is that a jar of gumballs you got in the corner there?
Jelly beans.
Oh, nice.
Old Jelly Beans himself is here.
Right.
Jelly beans cake.
So if you look at the season after the season for the first season of Power Rangers, I think the season after is the season where they all look like the White Ranger. They all have like the same color scheme, but this White Ranger scheme is different. I don't remember how they did it, but apparently there was a lot of things where there was all these stories about how they had to ship like costumes and stuff back and forth from the two countries, and stuff was getting lost. People were stealing things, and like stuff like the morphers and stuff would get lost or have to be remade. It's crazy. All these like crazy stories about how it was just really just kind of thrown together a lot of times. And based on the acting, it kind of was thrown together, it seemed like. But yeah, so there's 40 episodes. I think the second season was 60 episodes. Like there's a lot of episodes.
I may have just seen the first season then. I didn't realize that the first, like, it came out 5 days a week.
I watched like the first couple, I think maybe, but yeah.
Well, a lot of the stuff we remember, like the Green Ranger and stuff and the White Ranger, was all in the first season, I think.
Was it really? Okay, then I think I only saw the first season, but I do think it's funny though, because when we were talking about the Lizzie McGuire movie and how we're like, we ever watch a series and the movie came out to like follow the series, this would have been it for me, because like I know I watched that first season, even though I think this came out between season 2 and 3, right? This movie?
No, season 3 and 4.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah.
At that time, we were talking about the Lizzie McGuire movie. Like, if we were in that age group, like, what would have been a show that we were following so close that and then they had a movie to follow it up, and this would have been that. But I never got that far in the show. I guess not.
to make that jump.
Yeah.
And as I mentioned, this is not canon. This movie is not canon.
Yeah.
And since we watched it, we know that why.
It's an alternate timeline, right? Is that what you're saying?
It's just an alternate story. They don't really explain it. They don't mention it at all because. So the big thing was in season 2, the middle of season 2, which again it was like 60 episodes or something crazy. The cast was only making. It was quoted. The Red Ranger said when he left that they would make more money working at McDonald's or something like that than he was making on the show.
I watched, yeah.
They wanted more money, and then they joined the union, I think, and Screen Actors Guild, and that's why like they had to leave because they were like, no, we're not giving you more money.
Yeah, because 3 of the people I knew from the show aren't in the movie.
Right.
They left in the middle of season 2.
I never picked up on that.
Not to mention, that's not Rita Repulsa.
Yeah, it's another actress for.
But
Rita.
that one makes sense at least.
I thought it was the same lady.
The original Rita was
Japan.
Japanese. Yeah, Japanese. And
That's
so
why.
they actually recast her, I think, in season 2 or 3 because they were like, we want to do more stuff with Rita, but we can't.
It actually makes sense, that one. So I get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, the rest are just costumes that voice actors over here are filling in.
But yeah, I watched a thing after I watched this, and it was the original Red and Black Ranger, Jason and Zach, talking about like how they didn't get any money and how like they they started doing like Comic-Cons and they got more money in one day doing that than they did shooting for like a week on Power Rangers. And they were like, we just want to get paid what we're supposed to, blah, blah, blah. And the others were supposed to have their back, and then they all backed out, and those 3 got fired.
Well, they left because they actually had a closing episode for them where they like said, you guys are getting chosen to go to the World Forum and be like ambassadors for good or something like that. And that's how they left them. And then they actually picked the replacements, which was the Rocky and Aisha.
Oh, okay.
And so in the middle of season 2, they left. They actually had like a good, but when the Pink Ranger left, they did not do that because she just like was like, I'm out. And
right.
And she left, and she's like, oh, she's doing. And she like writes a letter to Tommy, and like later is like, "Oh, sorry, we're breaking up" or whatever. It's
by the way,
crazy.
before we get into the movie, I recognize like 3 of those bad guys. Like I know Rita, I know was that Zed,
Lord Zed,
Goldar, and who was the other one?
The pig? I don't know. I don't know who that pig was.
He was just for the movie.
Okay, all right. I had a feeling because I was like, "Who the hell is this guy?"
That's a plump pig.
That's plump pig.
Oh wow, Goldar.
He's always getting into trouble. That guy. I was saving that voice for this.
All right, so we'll talk about this more, but
so yeah, this is between the 2nd and 3rd seasons.
Well, yes, because the exact same thing happens in the 3rd season where they get the ninja powers and ninja zords in a different way, and they get it in a different way, and Ivan Ooze isn't a thing. So, and they look different a little bit, and they're not CG. So we'll talk about that in a minute.
Goodness.
Yeah,
because that.
Well,
I need to talk about that.
In the Disney versions of Power Rangers, it's all CG. It looks horrible.
Dude,
and eventually
so
they do go back to the real Sentai footage and like the actual good stuff.
You
but
have to.
Bad for a couple years.
Why it took off in the first place, right?
Yeah. Okay, so this movie, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie, came out June 30th, 1995. 93 was the premiere of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on Fox. It was an instant success. $15 million was the budget for this movie. It made $66 million at box office. As I said, it's not canon. It's a standalone story, not part of the continuity. It mirrors the transition to ninja powers in season 3, but it's obviously different. In season 1, middle of season 2, we talked about how Jason, Trini, and Zach left.
They also they didn't market it as not being part of the timeline, right, or canon.
No, because it came out before the 3rd season, so they didn't.
Okay.
Until you watch the 3rd season, you're like, what the hell?
They're just trying to push ahead to get the movie out in the theater. Yeah,
Get that merch.
Yep.
Well, I think it was like it wasn't sanctioned by Japan, like Sentai. Like they didn't say that you could do this. They weren't asking them. They just like, we're doing this.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's pretty clear that this was just all done
Hollywood
in the United States. Yeah.
It makes
was a
sense with
Hollywood
like
thing.
the soundtrack and everything. Which
What a soundtrack.
dude, fantastic soundtrack.
Did Red Hot Chili
honestly.
Peppers in this? Like, how
Yeah.
did that happen?
Because they probably just
And that
wanted to do
shampoo
like a
song?
big like Hollywood soundtrack. And that Trouble song, yeah.
We're in trouble.
In season 5, I think it's in Power Rangers in Space. One of the first episodes has the Ninja Turtles in it.
Because Saban got a hold of that, didn't he?
Well, no,
The
because
Turtles?
there was another
Steven
show.
Saban.
There was another show on Fox. That was it was a 1 season Ninja Turtles like in rubber suits show.
Didn't Saban somehow get control of the Ninja Turtles?
I don't know the story behind that. Maybe that sounds like likely, but I think it was more Fox got a hold of him and was like, "Hey, make this show." And I think maybe Saban just got the rights to make the show. I don't know, but it was only 1 season. Apparently, it was terrible because the Masked Rider appears in other seasons too, or one of the other seasons.
Kamen Rider, baby. Yeah, he's sick.
So he's in one of the shows. Like, there's this weird episode with him in it too. They just obviously use crossover.
Yeah, because they had to get footage and they had to use it.
There's another show too that was real weird. It was kind of like a goth Power Rangers series that was on there too. It went a couple seasons. I don't remember the name of that. I can't remember the name of it.
There's one.
It wasn't Rangers. It was something like that.
Power Rangers like show I liked. It's called VR Troopers.
Yeah. Or
Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. We talked about that
yeah,
before.
that one's great.
Yeah.
That's a great show.
I always liked the Guyver movies.
MacGyver.
Mark
Yeah,
Hamill.
he's great.
No, not MacGyver.
Oh, sorry,
The
MacGruber.
Guyver. MacGruber is also, yeah.
Also, did you know that Rita and Zed have a kid who becomes a bad guy in future seasons?
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that because I stopped watching after the first
Stopped caring.
little bit. Yeah.
So at the end of the whole like Mighty Morphin saga and everything, Zordon dies in the show. He dies. Red Ranger kills him, and he wipes out by killing him. He wipes out all the evil in the universe.
Oh.
And so Zed's kid, that makes Zed and Rita good, and their kid grows up and hates them because they're good, and he leaves them.
Okay.
That's stupid.
It's the lore of, you know, there's a thing called Mighty Morphin Con every year. It's
I believe it.
crazy.
Did you guys ever read any of the Boom comics?
No, I like the art though.
The cover art on those looks amazing, and it makes me want to read it. But I never read it.
I got my lady the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers vs. Godzilla comics.
Oh yeah,
That looked cool too.
Yeah, all of them. They were like 5 or something, but I haven't read them. But they did look sick.
Did you guys play the fighting game? That looked pretty good.
Yeah, it was good.
It was good, yeah. And we played the beat 'em up.
The recent fighting game?
On the grid, Power of something, the grid.
Yeah.
That one, it's great. It's like Marvel vs. Capcom.
There's also like the movie. There's also a fighting game on Super Nintendo is really good too.
Oh yeah, the games are pretty good. I will give them that. And then that new beat 'em up we played was great. It was like the old stuff. Yeah.
Read or Rewind or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, in season 2, so season 1 they have the Dino Zords, season 2 they have the Thunder Zords, and then season 3 is when they get the Ninja Zords. So that's what this is covering. So at this point though, let's go into the movie. So at this point in the story, it's weird for this movie because you have to really they jump into the middle of two seasons for this movie, which is crazy. They start out and you should already know who the Power Rangers are and what they are. Like they kind of just go right into it.
Well, they give you that screen of like, here's the story.
Yeah.
At
of
the
who
start,
Zordon is.
Which good. It's like, here's who the Power Rangers are. Here's who this is, just in case. So they did cover that.
In case you lived
very
under a
little.
rock.
Right. I mean, yeah, at that point, I mean, Power Rangers is everywhere. They do something called the Reignition. It's on Netflix. It's basically they just redid all the first season, first couple seasons, the Mighty Morphin show or whatever, the Mighty Morphin era, first 3 seasons, but they like made them widescreen and stuff, like whatever it's called. They released all the toys again. My kid got like the Megazord for Christmas. It's pretty nice. Something I always wanted. I'm like, yes, you can.
Those are great, man.
Yeah.
I only ever
Still
got
awesome.
the Red Ranger, I think, and then I stopped caring about.
He stopped Karen.
I did.
He stopped
In her tracks.
Karen in her tracks.
So yeah, you show up to see this movie. You're supposed to know something about the Power Rangers generally, but do you guys think that it did a good job of like introducing it?
I think it did. I mean, it's not that deep, you know. Like if you can't figure it out, what are you doing?
It's a bunch of teenagers skydiving and rollerblading to start. I mean, I don't know what else you want me to say.
At the beginning of the movie, I was like, oh, this is just montages. It's them jumping out of a plane, them rollerblading. I was like, it's a glorified. I was like, oh, it's gonna be a glorified episode, and that's exactly what it was.
They start out with them jumping out of a plane for some reason to.
Yeah, why were they doing that?
So they're trying to support for charity skydive for Angel Grove Observatory, in anticipation of Ryan's comet, which is scheduled to pass by in 2 days, which is like
that's right,
totally a throwaway thing, and then all of a sudden it comes back later being important, which is stupid as hell. Anyway, I don't understand how jumping and landing on a target raises money for anything.
Because it's a challenge.
Yeah. But like, who's paying that for that?
Can you do it, Chris?
No.
Onlookers.
I could jump on a plane and die.
Yeah.
Can I get money
Who's
for
gonna
that?
pay for that?
I'm like, your loved ones pay for that.
Yeah.
Also, they're high school students.
Yeah.
At this point.
That's the thing too. Like, it's just, I do like that it gets brought up. It gets brought up by Ooze. Like, you keep hiring all these young kids to like fight your battles. I thought it was a little throwaway humor there.
It's just that like normal people don't talk like this. Like,
nope.
Hey, Tommy, you think I could help you? Yeah, I think that'd be great. And he just has like a smile the entire time.
I almost love that they do it that way though, because it's more like the Japanese
keeps up with the
version
show.
of stuff.
True.
Like it has that goofy vibe of Japan, but it's not.
For like continuity or like cohesion.
Yeah.
But when they're in their suits and they just keep doing the hand movements and it's like the swoosh sounds, that me off. I hate the fact, I'm actually embarrassed by the fact that I actually like that show watching this movie.
I'm not.
I don't. Yeah.
We'll talk about it. We'll go back to that because that's what comes up. I think we'll talk about it at the end, especially. So they jump out of the plane. Bulk and Skull are there. Those guys.
Bulk and Skull, baby.
They miss the target and they land in a construction zone where they're digging the basement for a building, and they unearth a purple egg. Not them, but the construction guys are like, "Oh, you guys can't be here." Then, "Oh wait, come over here. There's a purple," and they discover this hand holding an egg. Okay. Zordon says, "Oh crap, get the Rangers here. We gotta talk about this." Zordon.
That was me.
Zordon,
get out there, guys.
Zordon looks like complete ass in this movie.
Dude, he looks like he's like a dried
sick.
Why wouldn't they just use the original? Like, why wouldn't they use the same style as the other one? It makes no sense.
They wouldn't make him look like an ancient being, but they just made him look like like you stood in the shower too long, wrinkled.
But I'm saying, like, in the show, he looks so much better.
He did look way better in the show.
It just doesn't make any sense. Why do they make it look like garbage? I don't get it.
I never saw that new reboot, but wasn't like Bill Hader and John or what's his name, Bryan Cranston in the movie?
Hader was Alpha, right?
Yeah, and Bryan Cranston was Zordon.
Yeah.
Well, when we get to that
movie,
movie,
me want to watch it.
We're watching that movie because I actually do like that movie. It's actually pretty good. But we'll get to that in my third movie choice. Let's get back to the first movie. We are introduced to Ivan Ooze, who is a villain just for this film, as I mentioned. He is not consistent with Rita with the show, and Rita and Zed. Zed was introduced into season 2. Rita's obviously the original from season 1. He was lured into a hyperlock chamber buried underground by Zordon with a group of young warriors, or we can consider them Rangers, which are never talked about really at all. The rest of the movie.
The actor that played Ooze was in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out who that guy was.
He was the other anthropologist in Raiders of the Lost Ark with the white fedora.
Yeah.
White fedora. Yeah. I have no idea what you're talking about.
He's one working with the Nazis.
No, I know what you're talking about. That's I could not put those two together. He seemed like he was acting his ass off, while the other people were just like, there.
He was also over the top, almost like Mel Brooks-ish style.
Yes.
I was just gonna say, he's
which I like. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
It just didn't fit in the movie.
It was an odd choice. I think they probably had the right intentions, like with the character, because they were thinking toys, man. They were thinking like, we're gonna sell this purple ooze stuff everywhere.
And as the season, especially when we got in the Disney era, the amount of Zords and connecting Zords they get is crazy, because Hasbro wants to make some money.
There's like a documentary on the toys I watched that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I think I saw that too. Yeah.
So Netflix,
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
But I think Ivan Ooze was a cool character. I thought he fit right in, and I thought the guy who played him did a great job.
Yeah. He's a good character. There's only one part where I'm like, I think is just really stupid, but we'll talk about it because we're gonna get to it. Well, I mean, for Ivan Ooze.
I don't know why, but Ivan Ooze reminded me of Freddy Krueger a little bit sometimes. I don't know if anyone else.
The look of him a little bit. Yeah.
So anyway, he's sealed underground. They also bury him with his Zords for some stupid reason, which we'll talk about in a couple minutes. Zordon sends the Rangers. No, wait. Before Zordon sends the Rangers, Rita and Zed go down, and they're like, Zed's telling Rita that, like, Ivan Ooze is, like, the king of the galaxy. He's the strongest, most dangerous person. Guldar and Mordant was the other guy, arrive on the construction site, and they crack open the egg, and Rita sticks his finger in, and she's like, it's just a pile of snot before Ivan comes around. So the Zordon then tells the Rangers, hey, Ivan Ooze is a bad news. He's a bad guy. Like, he's the worst of the worst. You got to go take him out. They teleport down. They warp down to the construction site, look for Ivan Ooze. He shows up. He makes his goo men, whatever they call them.
Goo guys.
I like goo guys. Let's go to goo guys.
They morph into the dumbest goddamn costumes I've ever seen.
They're pretty bad.
Even as I was a fan of the show as a young kid, this is what pissed me off. So an enemy comes along, they all fight them normal, right? Then like, we should get in our suits, lose. We should go to our Zords, lose. We should go to Megazords, win. Just go to your Megazord right away. This will be all be done. Every episode of that show when I watched it, it was formulaic.
Right.
They're trying to fight him in their street clothes, and
the
like
Power Ranger formula.
Yeah, then they go in their Power Ranger suits, and they're like, we lost again. We're getting beat.
Charge up.
We'll go in our Zords. We get beat. Let's combine our Zords. We win. Like, just end it right there.
They're very good fighters. They're just not very smart.
No, they're actually not good fighters. Their power comes from the grid. And that's why they get better fighters when they turn when they get morphed.
And that
they become better fighters.
The song is playing. It's like they keep saying "action boy," "action girl."
Yeah,
action boy.
Stupid. That's the whole. Yeah, that's all the lyrics.
Boy,
action girl.
The music for the original series is so much better, and they have a different composer that does the music for this movie for some reason.
The other guy should have been shot.
They should have just threw some those hits in like every once in a while, and they just kept those riffs. You know,
I wonder if they just didn't have rights to them because of the Sentai series.
Probably because of the show. Yeah,
well, they did actually play the actual song.
Yeah, they needed to.
I think they're trying to build up to it, but they did a good job of doing that.
Well, it's the dumbest costumes I've ever seen in my life. They're terrible. Why would they not? I don't know. It's probably because they didn't have them from Japan, but like, why wouldn't they just let them use them?
Like
anyway,
Predators. It's very dark crystal-ish, kind of like Jim Henson kind of costumes, but like Timu style.
I did like that they splat.
Jim Henson
rave.
Explode.
Especially with like the bird people that come up later.
The bird people, the Tengu.
Yeah. But the problem is like the costumes look like they're more armored. They're not just spandex. And they make them really like shiny because they're like, I don't know. It's just so bad. It just looks terrible. It looks like a plastic. Man. Yeah, I guess you're right. It's like those stupid masks we talked about making with our faces on them. Halloween masks that have a little elastic on them. We talked about it last year. Anyway, the Rangers get in a fight with the Ooze men. This allows Ivan to escape, and he goes to the command center, and Alpha's like, hey, no one can get to the command center. It's impossible. And actually, I mean, I think there's like some lore about that. Like, no one, unless you have a power coin, you can't get into the thing. But anyway, he comes in, he oozes right in.
Which I don't remember that.
I think it's something they talk about briefly throughout the show. Because later on, they don't have power coins, but they still get in, like season 4 or something. I don't know. It's weird. There's something called the Zeo crystals, and they're underneath it. I don't know. It's dumb.
You know what it is? They just open up their nips. They put their nips on it, and it opens right up.
That's how I get in my house. That's not how you get in yours. That's how I get in my car.
And you have to say, go, twisty nippies.
Go, twisty nippies.
Go, twist my nippies.
That's how Tesla works.
Go, milk my nippies.
God.
Okay, so Ooze gets in. He yells at he yells at Zordon. He shocks he shocks Alpha 5. He spins around and goes ay. He kills
Classic
blows
Alpha
the place
5.
up. He blows the place up. Zordon gets incapacitated. This also takes away their powers. So they lose their powers because the command center gets destroyed and Zordon loses consciousness or his powers taken away. I don't know. It doesn't really explain how he's in the time portal. He's in a time warp. Yeah, he's in a time warp that makes him not age, which makes him why so old.
He got milked too hard.
Zordon got milked. That's why he's like that.
Like he's just tired. I'm just sleepy, kids. So I'm sorry.
Don't milk him.
The Rangers return. They have to walk to the command center. They can't even teleport anymore. They get there. They push the door open. They go in. They find Zordon dying. Alpha's kind of messed up. They explain like, hey, Ivan Ooze was here. He sucks. He took our power. You guys can't morph anymore. And they're like, what the hell are we going to do? And obviously, they have to have something to do. They say, hey, you can go. We're going to use the last little bit of power we have because we're out of power. And we're going to teleport you to a distant planet called Phaedos, I think is what it's called, to seek a great power and save Zordon, which the Rangers obviously accept.
Which really, they just threw him on an island somewhere.
Yeah. At the same time, though, they Rita and Zed are like, hey, let the Rangers get away. And he's like, I don't care. And he puts them in a snow globe. He like shrinks them down.
Yeah.
Goldar and Mordant, which Goldar looks like garbage too. Everything in this movie except for Ooze looks like garbage.
It's weird. Yeah.
Why would someone in Hollywood go, hey, look at this awesome costume. Let's make it look like garbage.
They made it worse, and they weren't great to begin with.
Say the other movie.
I mean, Goldar looked better than this guy, but it was this guy. This version of Goldar sucks.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's crazy that it looked better.
Yeah.
In the show than it did in the movie. That's insane.
Better studio.
I guess. I don't know. Goldar does show up in the 2017 version though, so we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, it's when they start getting to this island and talking to the Amazon lady that it starts really starting to suck for me.
I mean, that's just Power Rangers, Xena. Man.
I know, but come on.
In the show, they don't do this part. But so Zordon sends the Rangers to the Phaedos to get the great power. Ooze is like, go get him. He sends these Tengu warriors, these birds, and he sends them out there to get them.
That's one of those I thought was like they looked like Jim Henson. Like
yeah, that's very Dark Crystal. Yeah.
And actually, the Tengu in season 3, they are the bad guys. They're like the putties, the new putties.
Gonna get you, Rangers.
At the same time, Ooze sets up a plan to basically hypnotize all parents in the city of Angel Grove to do work for him. And he does this by selling his own goo. He kind of takes over a factory.
Like, smart man.
Yeah.
He gets milked and then just puts it in a jar.
People just can't get enough of his
goo. And the kids just throw it in the parents' faces.
Ivan's Ooze. What it's called.
He dressed like a snake oil salesman.
It's like that movie, The Stuff.
Snake goo salesman.
Snake goo.
Shut up. So Zordon and Alpha actually find out like there's a commercial for Ivan's Ooze, and he's dressed up like some weird like snake oil salesman like you said, but like he's supposed to be the strongest being in the world in the galaxy, and he's on a commercial selling goo to
that's the
kids.
humor part because Bulk and Skull were busy.
Yeah, I guess. Anyway, it takes over.
I don't really know.
Tommy's little friend Fred, who they introduce you to at the beginning of the movie. Tommy has a little kid that runs around with them and hangs out with them.
And his idiot dad.
Idiot dad.
All the parents are working for Ivan Ooze at the construction site, and they're digging up Ivan's ectomorphicons, which is his Zords, which is just such a stupid idea. I mean, the entire idea of Rita and Zed was they can make whatever they wanted and stick them on the city. And then he just has like, oh, I have my own Zords. They're just buried underground. It's so dumb. I mean, it wasn't even that deep.
Why weren't they destroyed either?
Exactly. Oh my God, I wrote that same thing. Like, why wouldn't Zordon just blow those things up? Instead, he just buried them with them. Like, oh, if you come back, these are here for you, just in case. If you be good, I'll let you have them back.
Yeah, was he gone for 10,000 years? Is that what it was?
6?
I think it's 6,000.
Or 6,000,
years, yeah.
okay. But he knew everything that happened since then, which is weird.
He's like, I was just hanging out in a vat of goo the entire time.
Yeah, but you know, like about the Spanish Inquisition, like the Black Death. Like, how do you know that? He's in an egg of goo.
Sometimes, whenever you're in an egg of goo, you hear things. I guess. You know, well, they weren't even that deep though. It was not that deep, and it was in the middle of a city.
It was like 20 feet down. That was it.
So everyone's like, it's fine. Just dig them there. No one's ever going to dig that far. It's fine. Okay, so Rangers are on Phaedos. The Tengus show up. They start fighting. They don't have their powers, so they're just regular fighting. And obviously the Tengus start kicking the crap out of them. Kimberly gets picked up and dragged around. And then the Dalcia, a mysterious figure shows up, and she jumps on. She makes a sound with her big staff, and the birds get scared and fly away.
Spins her sticks around.
Yeah. She's like those devil sticks, those things called.
Oh, yeah. She had devil sticks.
And then she's like...
What you do the tricks with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She just like makes a sound with them. She starts moving around. They make like a high-pitched sound. The birds don't like it and fly away. And that's it.
So
Fires her devil sticks, throws a koosh ball at him.
Koosh ball.
Who wants a sack? You guys want a hacky sack?
Yeah.
You're like, no, we don't like hippies. They're gross.
Then she made them eat some astronaut ice cream. They left.
Oh, astronaut ice cream.
So since this planet is where like the great power is, I guess they're trying to say like a lot of people come here looking for it, and she's like, just get out, leave now, get out of here for your safety or whatever. But then they mention something about Zordon. She's like, oh, Zordon? Oh, what about Zordon? And so
I know that guy.
Yeah, I heard that guy before. She's like, oh, Zordon needs help. Okay, Ivan, he's a terrible guy. Let me help you. And so she takes him to this temple, and she basically gives them
Go, 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 go.
She gives them the powers of the ninja or the ninjetti.
Oh, is that what it's called?
It's when they go on the campfire, they turn into ninjas.
Go,
basically.
go, 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 go.
Go, finish.
So Dalcia says, hey, you guys, this is your powers. Obviously, what's his name? Adam is upset because he's like, I have a frog. And she's like, no, he's the one you kiss. And she smooches him right on the head there.
And these are all way lamer than their original ones.
Can we just pause and talk about the downgrade of the Green Ranger to the White Ranger real quick? Because he had his own dragon Zord.
Yes.
Which was never destroyed, too.
He gave it up. He had just a cool knife to call it.
No, he didn't give it up. The power was taken away from him. They poisoned him.
Yeah, but that they didn't have to write that, is what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, you're right.
Well,
they had to sell. They had to sell a new Zord though.
The White Ranger. I still love Tommy. R.I.P. Great, but like, man, Green Ranger was just so much cooler than White Ranger.
Yeah, because he became a white. He became a saber tooth. Wait, no, he became a white tiger.
Yeah, so they had
Which
two
is dumb
tigers.
There's already a saber tiger.
Well, no. That was the Thunder Zords. There wasn't a tiger.
And now he's a crane. Like this.
But no one can hit
Falcon.
Tyrannosaurus.
No,
like
he's a
that
falcon.
dude, man.
That's so stupid.
No one can hit Tyrannosaurus like the Red Ranger.
Yeah.
So they went to the Thunder. So season 2, they did Thunder Zords. There was no tiger. It was the unicorn, the wolf.
Well, those seasons are stupid.
Dragon. Season 2 was good. That's a good season.
Season 1 and 2. That's it.
Who was the
me.
unicorn?
That's
their helmets didn't change.
They didn't. They didn't. But in the Japanese versions, in the Sentai show, they did.
Okay.
But they didn't use that. They just used the fights. They didn't use the Power Ranger fights. They did in season 2. They did their own fighting in their costumes.
Okay.
So that they can keep the same costume because they're afraid American audiences wouldn't like the change and the kids wouldn't know.
No,
it's true.
They wanted kids to know that.
So who was the unicorn?
The blue one was the wolf. The unicorn was one of the legs.
Which one was the leg?
No, there was the unicorn, and then there's the wolf, the unicorn, the dragon, and there was something else. I can't remember the other one. There was a unicorn though. It was one of the feet. It was the Blue Ranger was the feet, was the leg.
Because he became the wolf.
Maybe the wolf was the third. No, the third one was the wolf. So season 3, the Ninjetti was the wolf.
Yeah, Blue. The
Triceratops
Blue
unicorn.
Yeah, the Triceratops turned into the unicorn.
So
it was blue.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Like just saying in general about movies like this, like, with like the toy merchandise and all that kind of stuff. it's kind of moved now from this kind of show or movie to like all CG movies. If you think about it, it's like they don't really market toys based on these kind of movies anymore because they don't make these kind of movies. It's all CG now. You know what I'm saying?
It's just Legos.
Yeah, right.
I mean, all the TV shows of our age we watched from the 80s and 90s were all just commercials for toys.
Basically, yeah, and exactly, like
Ninja Turtles, G.I. Joe,
Transformers.
Yeah, which we got to watch the Transformers movie, the original Transformers movie.
Yeah, that's a great one.
That's we got to watch that.
I know Orson Welles.
Yeah,
yes,
it's a great soundtrack too.
Yeah, so they get their new Zords. Where were we at here? Dulcia.
They get their new costumes.
They get the new costumes. They say they got to go to that big tower, like the planet's
big stone
like boner.
tower.
Yeah, the planet. Yeah, so they have to go there. The great power's there.
Yeah, what's her name? Can't go, right?
To flight the planet.
Because it looks like a big Jefferson Monument looking thing.
Yeah.
The lady can't leave, right? Because if she leaves, she'll age.
Yes, she's stuck on that hill.
She turns
She's
into
like
an owl.
Last Crusade. Yeah.
Well, also the funny thing about that was like they're like you got to go find it on Phaedos. Everybody goes there and looks for it. So many people go look for it, and then they're like, no one thought to check the giant pillar in the middle of the jungle, the giant monument that looks like something special should be there. It doesn't make any sense.
So wait, is this? They go down though and start going through the woods towards the pillar, but like something like a bone triceratops attacks them. Is that what happens?
They go through a graveyard, like a bone graveyard, like from Lion King. And they're like, oh, these guys died. That's sad. And then all of a sudden one gets up and they start going crazy, start fighting them without their powers. They're just fighting them normally.
That's so bad.
Yeah. Then I think, was it Tommy took his head off with the bone? He like disconnected the neck bone. He's like, I'm glad I paid attention in biology.
Fight.
All right. So they're traveling down through the woods, get to the monolith housing the great power. There's 4 stone gargoyle guardians they have to fight. They have the power of the ninjetti. And then they beat those guys in, Power Ranger fashion, and they unlock the door to get the new Zords. But it's the spirit. It's not even like Zords because they're not robots. It's not so much they're robots. They're like spirits, animals or something.
Yeah. That whole fight was also very silly.
I feel like that when he did that, like that drill kick or whatever.
Oh, that was so annoying.
He's like, here goes the drill kick. He comes down at the worst angle and just keeps spinning.
And then when that guy like shatters against the wall, I feel like that's a ripoff of another movie, but I can't figure out what. Like Stargate or something, but I can't think of what it was. But anyway.
Any crappy, campy kung fu.
Oh yeah, any sci-fi. Movie. Yeah. And then they roll out the big pyramid of animals.
Well, so wait. So when they did, so the problem I have with this whole thing with them fight, like he does that kick, like you said, the corkscrew kick, but like
super spin kick.
But he's like, it's not going to make you faster. It's not going to make you hit harder. Makes you lose the momentum.
And also he's going like super slow, and the guy he hits goes flying. Like he got hit like.
But these are
super
magical
hard
teenagers, guys. I mean, like
Yeah. So also I forgot to mention that they morph into the new ninjetti outfits, and they just
their hood comes back up.
Yeah, their hood comes up.
Yeah, their hood and their face mask come back up, and that's it.
That's it. But that's not actually their new. That's not their new morphing thing because they don't have their powers yet. The actual powers or something stupid.
They just learned something today.
Learn how to put a hood on and cover their face.
You're right.
Okay, so
and then they leave.
And then they leave. They go back, and the command center's fixed somehow, but Zoran's still dead or almost dead.
Well, he's like there, like he's breathing heavy.
Yeah, he's a splotch.
He's edging.
He needs some emergency.
He's edging.
Yeah, when they teleport back,
he's soaking there.
He's soaking.
So the one thing I don't understand about this, when they teleport back, the command center's fixed. They're like, you did it. You said Zoran said if you go get the power, you can help me and you can fix stuff.
Yeah.
It didn't fix anything. It didn't fix him. It fixed the command center, but doesn't fix him at all. It doesn't make any sense.
They used at the very end of the movie, they used the power to revive him.
But he saw the bigger picture.
Right. They don't really explain like, oh, you actually have to use the power on me. Like you have to. You have to
use me.
Use me, kid.
Use it on
Power.
me.
Use that power on me, kids.
Yeah.
All 6 of you kids, use it on me.
I need your souls, teenagers. What?
So they get the new powers, and it restores their
teenagers.
their power, and it gives them their suits back for some reason.
Rangers, use me. How do you see
I
fit?
need your seed. What?
Rangers, we need your.
Have your way with me.
They're high school students, remember? So
I'm bone dry. Top
they
me
are
off.
definitely in their 20s though when they're filming this. By the way,
Top me
yeah.
off, Rangers.
Rangers.
Look like an asteroid.
Rangers, spill upon me.
Spill your seed.
during this time that they transport, they're off at Phaedos, and they're coming back. Ivan uses his juice factory to make a bunch of
factory.
a bunch of juice, and he just fills up his Zords with the juice, and that's
he
he powers
Big
them.
purple robot scorpions with his f***ing juice in them.
They look like
So bad.
They're
Yeah,
terrible.
they look like-
so bad.
Remember that? You remember that arcade game Area 51? They look like versions of that.
It like removes all the heart of like
Yes.
what makes Power Rangers.
Yeah, like what
Power
the original
Rangers.
Just
appeal,
stick with
right?
a guy in
Yeah.
a suit and some weird animal costume. Like stick with that.
But they couldn't do that because it wasn't Sentai. They didn't want to.
They were like, we
I,
go,
didn't
we'll
re-
get
I also,
sued.
I also didn't realize that, so that's fair. But like, it looks so.
But they
bad.
could have. They couldn't make up their own costumes. Maybe there's some
Right.
kind of weird where they weren't allowed to do that. I'm guessing.
Well,
like, there was a lot of weird things.
Trying to be like, oh, we're high tech.
It was
Yeah.
cheaper to do that. Yeah.
But I know there was some weird. I heard that there was a lot of weird things where like they couldn't make. There was a weird thing, especially when it went back to Nickelodeon, that Nickelodeon only allows them to do 20 episode seasons. It was like their rule. So they in Sentai was like 40 to 60 seasons episodes a season.
Length, yeah.
So they had this weird thing where they had to split things up and that to make the seasons work. But also like I think there was a thing that they weren't allowed to do their own robots or something.
Like their own take on it, so they had to change it. Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe they had to do they had to do the CGI stuff because they weren't allowed to make their own stuff because of Hasbro or Teo or whatever his name is. The companies couldn't get their cut if they didn't make them or something. I don't know. Or maybe it might be that like the toys for the third season was already made or something, and they weren't allowed to use that since they were using the same concept. I don't know. I don't know why they just won't make up their own yet.
It just looks like, because I know it's like early computer graphics, but it just looks like they were all like rubbed in bleach or something. It's just like, you know what I mean? Like super shiny for no reason.
Why wouldn't they just make their own since it wasn't part of the continuity of the show? Why wouldn't they just make their own?
I don't know.
Because like Ivan's stuff was new, that wasn't in the show at all, or at all. But his ectomorphicons become alive with his juice that he juices them up. Why wouldn't Zordon just destroy them originally whenever he locked them in the egg? But when I die, I want my coffin to look like that egg. By the way, that'd be pretty cool.
Dino egg or whatever.
Yeah,
It's like that claw on it.
Yeah, it looked like it belonged on the aggro crag.
Do you think you could? You think someone has that? Like you like buy that off eBay?
Someone
I
just
wonder.
sits in that.
Like that
Ivan
like, thing?
Ooze
Chris, what you should
egg.
do is when you die, go on that egg and then have an Easter hunt on Easter. your kids or your grandkids find
Just
you.
be like, wah!
What Weird Al song do you want at your funeral?
Oh, you could buy one for your desk for $40 on Etsy.
No, I want like the real big one. I want them to take
It's
up
like
half my yard.
It's definitely 3D printed.
Yeah, that's garbage. I'll make this work.
I didn't realize what you were saying with Chris though, like with they weren't like you're saying they weren't allowed to do certain things. Like I can only imagine what that like mind juggle of like how to figure out how to do this movie with those limitations. But like using the CGI, like that was a bad choice.
They weren't allowed to. There was this weird. There was this weird thing where they weren't allowed to do like they couldn't. The second season wasn't allowed to use
physical suits.
But no, there wasn't allowed to use the footage from the first season. Like they couldn't cross seasons in the American seasons. They had to
Make
use
some
the same
suits and
footage.
put people in it. Like that's like,
what yeah.
But they didn't have enough creative to.
But I don't know if they were allowed to do that. That might have been part of the thing. Is like you can't make your own suits. Like it might have been with companies and like agreements and.
We're running out of ideas.
Yeah, I don't know. So, the ectomorphicons basically, destroy one block of Angel Grove, which, okay. He doesn't really seem like, Ivan Ooze doesn't seem like he's the strongest being in the universe, but whatever. The parents, Ivan Ooze tells the parents to go walk off a cliff at the construction site. It looks like they only paid for like 3 different places to film in this movie, but they went, Bulk and Skull and the kids all go try to save their parents after the kids are in a park partying because their parents are all like off, like doing stuff. Like they're just like hanging out.
I mean, that's what I would do.
But like they're not even like pool partying. They're just like drinking pop and hanging out at the park.
Yeah. I'm not, yeah. It's like that young of a kid. I'm like, yeah, I don't have to sleep.
Yeah,
I don't have a bedtime. What do you want him like kill people?
I do like that he was like, tell everyone to jump off a cliff. I was like, oh, brutal.
Yeah.
Jump to your doom or whatever. I was like, all right. It's pretty.
Well, and then it goes back to like, oh, your friend's going to do? You're going to jump off a bridge kind of thing? I think that's what he's gonna do.
Wow, a little sub context. Anyway, the stupid CGI fight. Now the Ninja Zords show up and they're all in their individual Zords. It's like, as Jordan mentioned, they barely ever did that in the show. But so they're all trying to take on the Morphicons, and instantly they all get destroyed. Like like the 2 bird flying ones get attacked instantly, and they're like, oh no, my thing doesn't work. And he's like, I'm out. The Falcon Zord goes away. The only one that does any kind of damage or kind of does anything is like the Frog Zord, kind of puts his tongue around him.
Yeah.
Tries to hold him.
Kind of does some stuff, but like it's mostly Tommy's Falcon because he like shoots rockets.
Yeah.
One of them.
Yeah, originally though he gets shot. He's like, he shows up, he's like, oh, I'm taking a hit, and he flies away. You're like, okay.
Yeah. Like, where are you going?
Yeah, and then
But he's fine all of a sudden.
Yeah, the Crane Zord like gets like held and stuff, and Kimberly's getting messed up.
I think it's funny because like they never been in these Zords, but they don't know how to use them. But they do a throw where Kimberly's like, I don't know what I'm doing.
That's a common thing that's a common thing they explain in the show, that the power grid, the powers, the coins make them automatically know how to drive those things.
Right.
It's like a common thing.
That fills in that gap.
Okay.
Yeah, they're like,
all right.
They mention that a lot. Like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing.
Clearly,
Oh, wait.
the power coins drive them.
Yeah. All right. So the Rangers destroy one of them really easily, and then they go to the other one where Ivan is like, I'm going to take this one over. So he just busts the butt of the other one, and then he kind of takes it over, and it turns into his head, which is just terrible. Just a terrible.
That was very Freddy Krueger-ish.
Oh yeah.
They form the Ninja Megazord.
Ninja?
And the Ninja Megazord, and then later the Falcon Zord comes back and they form the Ninja Mega Falcon Zord. And they're like, we're gonna take him into space. And they take him into space. Conveniently, the comet shows up and they throw him into the comet.
Also, Ivan Ooze's face looks like the Lawnmower Man a little bit.
That's what it was.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Johnny
That's what
Mnemonic
this
kind of
graphics.
looking.
Yeah. It's just like that weird.
The Lawnmower Man.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Chris like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Never seen
Yeah.
it, Chris.
Yeah,
Start watching
yeah.
movies, you'll figure it out.
Not seeing
Nah.
Lawnmower Man is at least that's acceptable, I feel.
Yeah.
All right, so Ivan's death breaks the spell on his kids after Fred spraying the parents down with his hose, and they're reunited with the children. The Rangers return to the command center. Zordon's still dead or dying, and then they're like, we should use our powers and kind of, I don't know, stand around him, and then he's resurrected.
And then magic happens, and all the good in the universe comes to Zord, and he's like, Rangers, I can breathe again.
Yeah. Everything returns to normal. Somehow, the celebration is held at Angel Grove's Harbor in honor of the Power Rangers, even though up till this, every week they should have been doing something like this. Like every week there's a monster. Yeah. Like multiple times a week there's a monster showing up.
Yeah.
But in the show, they're never really destroying buildings. I don't know. It's the same city for the first couple of seasons. And then at season 6 or something, they start going to different cities and stuff. It's stupid.
There's that side story with the kid, and like at the end of the movie, he's like, I want to be a Silver Ranger. Actually, I want to be a Gold Ranger. Do we know does he ever actually become a Power Ranger?
He doesn't. No.
Okay.
But there are Gold and Silver Rangers later. There's a Prism Ranger. There's an Orange Ranger.
Did you say Prison Ranger?
He's a prison ranger.
Prism Ranger.
These convicts the whole time.
Yeah, hold on a second.
It's like, hey,
There's
break
a
up.
Purple Ranger eventually.
I dropped the soap.
There's an episode. There's an episode
Prison
in one of the seasons where it's called Forever Red, and basically every single Red Ranger for like 15 years of Red Rangers shows up, or 15 different teams of Red Rangers show up.
Oh, I like that.
And then Jason shows up and is like, let's go. And he just like, he shows up and he can run, he like is in charge of all of them. It's a pretty good episode. That's cool. I didn't watch the whole episode, but I watched the fights and stuff. And then later on, and like, it's called, whenever Saban gets it back, because he goes to Nickelodeon, he can't do more than 20 episodes. So he splits the Super Sentai footage up. I don't think Disney used the Super Sentai footage. And then when Saban gets it back, he goes like heavily into the Super Sentai footage. He gets it back, and there's this season called Power Rangers Super Mega Force. Mega Force is the first season. They start doing this 2-season split where they say like Mega Force and then Super Mega Force and then like Ninja Force and Super Ninja Force. It gets weird, but
it's like Street Fighter.
Chris, when you watch of all this stuff, what's the best iteration? Is it Mighty Morphin?
Definitely. But
is it the most
best
balanced?
Season,
do you think?
Yeah, definitely. But like after Mighty Morphin era, like up until I think it's called Lost Galaxy, or there's the SPD, which is Space Rangers. I think that's the bad one. I think. So there's Turbo, and then there was
wasn't there a Dino
Power
one?
Rangers STD?
Yeah, well, there's Diner Force. There's Jungle Force. There's Mystic Force.
Diner Force.
Yeah,
Power Rangers, Diner Force, Power Rangers.
In a Waffle House.
There's no. They were like there was a Turbo. It was Turbo season was so bad that they almost got like canceled. Like I said, and then the season after that was called like Lost Galaxy or Galaxy Force, and that was I suppose like the best season ever.
Really?
Yeah, and they go. Maybe it was like In Space or Space Force, and that's whenever Zordon dies, and they solve like all the world. Like the Earth gets overrun and like by like this invading force from like the Clockwork Empire or something. It's really really cool setup, but it's like considered the best episode. And then in like Super Mega Force, the last is like the 35th in Japan. It's 35th anniversary of Sentai, so they have this thing where they basically have like every single Power Ranger from every season come back and have this giant fight with all these like this huge invading force.
I think I'd like to see that together. Even though I never like followed up after like the first season, I think it'd be kind of cool to see that.
Yeah, there's this weird thing in Super Mega Force.
The grandeur of it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But in Super Mega Force, they do this thing where in the Sentai version of that season, they're pirate rangers. Like it's a whole focus on pirates. But they never mention it throughout the entire season in America. And so they're flying around on this like, battle cruiser that's like a pirate ship, and they all look like pirates, but they never mention anything about pirates. It's really weird.
All right.
Yeah, so that was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie, 1995.
Super Mega Mighty Morphin.
I am excited to watch the 2017 version again because it's like a reboot. It's off its own. I think it's really good.
I do want to see that. I thought there's like a end credit scene where they kind of allude to Tommy, although it never came to fruition. But
yeah,
I'm
there's supposed to be a second movie.
Curious to watch it.
Yeah, it's a Lionsgate movie. But Turbo, we're gonna watch that next. My next one. It's apparently really bad, but can't wait for that. So that was the movie. My recap. I'm gonna send it over to Bryan for his feedback on the movie.
This is not a great movie. If you're a fan of the show, that can kind of push it a little bit, and there's some good fight scenes and stuff, but really when you break it down between like what's happening in this film, it's like skydive, he shows up, they get sent away to the island, get ninja powers, he covers everybody in purple goop, they fight, Zordon's healed, end of movie. Yes, I think Ivan Ooze is a cool like bad guy. I thought he was pretty entertaining, but
the actor did a good job with what he was given, I think.
But Zordon was like super weird in this one, and it's like scaly, and Alpha was the same as always and everything. But yeah, there were like a few new people in this movie I didn't know. Like I know because you're saying like they did the transition from the TV actors to like the movie actors and things like that, and like people dropped off and things like that. But I don't know, man. Like watching this again, I saw it as a kid after the fact, like after the movie came out, and I'm sure I enjoyed it. But looking at like the CG and stuff now, it was pretty rough to watch. much.
Yeah.
I mean, like, just like if they would have kept and I know you were saying they couldn't, but if they would have kept the fight scenes, like the martial arts, to like simple costume fights on a bigger scale, it would have been so much better than what they made this. But yeah.
The Megazord, I forgot to mention, the Megazord didn't have the right face. It didn't have the Crane's real face. It was just like a silver weird thing. I don't know.
It's just, well, they had to come up with, like you said, they had to come up with totally different art and new designs for these.
But everything else was the same,
right? But they could probably keep that licensing, except the original Zord designs from the Japan studios. I forget what is that? Who was the original Japan studio?
Teo?
Is it Toho?
Toho. Toei. I can't remember how to say that.
Toei.
That's the Godzilla one, right?
Toho's Godzilla.
Yeah.
So it's Toei then.
Yeah, it's Toei.
Toei.
It's a different company.
Yeah.
If I'm saying it right. My apologies. But yeah, it's just like, because of that drop off, it just didn't have the same kind of effect that the original show had. Soundtrack was cool. For the most part. That's my favorite part of the movie was the ending when they played that Van Halen song. Is that Dreams? Well, I can't.
It plays for like 2 seconds and then it plays another song.
Yeah,
and
it's-
then it
Just switch to the chorus.
Yeah.
Like, we only have enough money for this part of the Van Halen song.
And then, we're in trouble.
Dude, the only reason I know that song is because of this movie. Because of the trailer. I think it's in the trailer.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. That's all I got to say about it.
Whoa. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's just a weird movie. I know that I don't get it. I don't get it. Whatever. Jordan, what about you? What do you have to say about this movie?
I was actually like very excited to watch this movie because I know we said this before. I don't know how far I got in the show. Maybe I just watched the first season. I know I watched this movie, but I don't know the reasoning behind why 3 of the actors are gone from this movie. I think it was a smart move because like the fact that certain Rangers characters were given a certain color Ranger outfit.
Right. Well,
was pretty messed up. I don't know. I'm sure that's not why they did it, but
it had to, I mean, it at least gave them the opportunity to fix that.
Yeah, which I don't remember that being part of the show, so I don't think I got this far, but I know I watched this movie. I know I remember the trailer because the song. I remember Ooze. I knew Lord Zed, but he came along in season 2. I had his character as a toy. I had Jason's character as a toy. Zach and the Blue Ranger. My sister had Yellow and Pink Ranger, but like they were hard to get. Like I don't think I ever got Tommy's, the Green Ranger. My friend got it. We were super jealous about that. But overall, with the movie itself, yeah, it's not good. The soundtrack is great. I'm kind of surprised they were able to get the music they got. But there's also some terrible music in it. Like I said, with like that Action Girl, Action Boy song, whatever that was.
That's really bad.
And I didn't realize it was not canon because I don't think I kept watching the show after this movie. And I remember thinking, like, even at the time, I was like, oh, the Zords are getting are super, super lame. It's a downgrade. At this point, when I watched the movie, like it's basically just a long episode. They get, and I brought this up earlier before, but like they're sticking with that formula of like, hey, we'll fight everyone in our plain clothes, then we'll go in our suits, then we'll go in our Zords, then we'll go and we're gonna win if we ever go to the Megazord. And that was my gripe eventually with that show, because like we're on that cusp of like I was a kid, so liked it, I loved the lore of it, but I was like I eventually caught on like this is the formula every week, or apparently it came out every day for 5 days. But I was like, this is so annoying because like we know. At the end of the show, just get in the Megazord and you're going to win. Skip all this bullshit you do every single episode. We fight him in plain clothes, go in your suit, go in the Zords, get in the Megazord, and you'll win. It's over. It's done. But after like seeing what they're doing with the Boom comic stuff and the kind of reading what they're doing with that, because the art looks gorgeous in those, and they're kind of like retconning some stuff. I do want to read those, but I don't want to ever watch this movie again.
So I just found out. I just found out that I guess in 2019, it's called the Neo Saban era. Hasbro bought them. Hasbro bought the IP, and then they've been creating it. And they're working on a Disney Plus show. I guess after so.
That could be good or bad.
2025. Well, listen to this. 2025 was the end of the Super Sentai. Like that show was over after 50 years.
Oh, really?
That's nuts.
50 years?
Yeah. It was from 75 to 2025. They stopped
I didn't know
making
that.
it. So now they don't have any more footage they can use. So they have to, now they're doing something with Disney. Hasbro bought it, and now they're doing something with Disney to make their own thing. So it's going to be completely done by them. So I don't know, maybe.
Well, I'm confident they can do it considering what they do with Star Wars, guys.
I don't know.
Surely they'll be able to handle it.
Oh, anyway. So, yeah, that ran out last season, or in 2025. So we should see. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. I don't know when that's coming out. Anyway, Jeff, you're left. What's up with this movie? What do you think, everybody?
I mean, yeah, I'm going to echo a lot of what everyone else said, but at the end of the day, the story is not like, who cares? That's not why I'm really watching Power Rangers, honestly. I mean, to be fair to Jordan's point, it was very formulaic. I think when they occasionally broke that formula is when they got the really special stuff, like the Green Ranger, right? They didn't win right away for a couple episodes.
That's very true, yes.
So, that was cool. But for the movie, I mean, they're going to win. Like, it just has to happen. It was just a big, long episode. So, story-wise, it's Power Rangers. If you liked Power Rangers, you're going to like the story for this, when it came out at the time. Ivan Ooze was a cool character. I did really hate that the original Rangers weren't there, but, whatever. They wrote them out in the series, so most likely people would have expected that. I wasn't expecting that when watching this. I didn't realize that they'd already left, but so I was a little disappointed with that. But the biggest disappointment, and I think we all already talked about this, was the use of CG and the removal of basically the heart of what makes Power Rangers sure, it was formulaic, but that payoff was cool, seeing that transformation. And it didn't matter that it was the same friggin' angle every show. It still looked sick, and the fights were cool, and it just removed all the heart and soul with the fights being CG, and that really tanked it for me. So
I want to talk about it in a second here, but I forgot to mention this. So when they did that, there's a season where the Green Ranger basically becomes a teacher at the high school where the Power Rangers go to school, and he's like the leader, the Zordon of that season. Also, he's the Green Ranger in that 35th anniversary fight I told you about. He appears as the Green Ranger.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I do.
And then, it's I forgot to mention that he also is. He was a teacher, and he was the Green Ranger in that fight. Even though the White Ranger's in the background, which is weird. I don't know. There's a lot of weird stuff in that episode.
Oh,
but
I do want to bring up. I don't know if this is Bryan or Jeff showed me. There's that fan made Power Rangers. It's 30
Jeff
minutes.
probably showed you, but I know what you're talking
James
about.
Vanderbeek
Yeah.
is the Red Ranger. Is that right?
It's darker.
Yeah, and he's betrayed them. James Vanderbeek's in it. That was really good.
It was. It's older, but yeah. I know. Yeah, I remember that.
well, I'm gonna go and talk about this movie now. Now, I mentioned multiple times. Obviously, we've talked about it. I said how much I've watched Power Rangers recently and gone through every season. Again, that YouTube channel is called Top the Fourth Wall, and this dude goes through every single. He goes to all the Mighty Morphicons and stuff like that, and he goes through every season and talks about it and analyzes it. It's crazy, really interesting. Yeah, he does a really good job. There's a lot of dumb crap in that series, but I wonder what they're gonna do with it at Disney Plus. Probably nothing. Probably just be garbage, but we'll see.
Do you think they'll reboot it?
They're rebooting it, I think, is what the plan is.
Mighty Morphin?
I don't know. They might not do anything. But, yeah, so the show, the movie in general, I think it's weird that I don't know. I didn't like the fact that they like. I guess I didn't want to have like a whole like retread on how they got their powers. It is like you go into watching it, especially now. If you go watch this now, most people probably don't know. Most younger people don't know what the hell the Power Rangers are. So like how they get their powers, they don't do any of that, which is fine. As Jeff mentioned that earlier, like that's probably okay, especially for people like us. We grew up with it, so we would know what the Power Rangers are, how they got their powers.
But this, I mean, most younger people like now, maybe like, but like this has been going on for like 20 something years, right? Like, yeah. When you say from younger, I mean like probably real young at this point, don't know what's going on.
My kid's watching the Reignition on Netflix. He's watching all the first episodes. Okay. So, but I mean, he's young. He don't know what the hell's going on. He might know. He just has the toy. That's why he's into it. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, the movie's not great. I don't think that it's as bad as last week's movie, as some people led us to believe. But we'll talk about that in a minute. The music's
worse.
The music's good.
No way.
The music is good, but the costumes are god awful. The CGI is complete garbage. Maybe that's just from a 95 set, just from being 95. Maybe it was really good back then. I remember seeing this in the theater, but I don't remember what I thought about it. I was young when this came out, but I saw it in the theater. So I don't know. It was 10 or 11 probably. And I probably thought it was great. Although it is weird when you think about like the whole, it's not the same as the show. And I don't know if I was even watching the show at that point. I probably was, but I probably didn't watch it much after that. I don't remember. It's all a little hazy. But it was, I don't know. It wasn't great. The acting, Power Rangers acting is never good. I don't know why. They just don't get great actors.
Apparently they pay people so.
Yeah, you're right. That's what it is. They don't pay very well. I guess it wasn't a union thing. They didn't have a union job. Like they weren't part of the Screen Actors Guild, so maybe that was another issue. But they were just getting teenagers. Well, people that were kind of looked like they were teenagers. They were supposed to be teenagers. And then the whole movie with like the fights in the jungle was stupid. It just wasn't great. Going back on it, it wasn't great. I'm sure when I was a kid, I thought it was the best thing ever, and it made a ton of money. So I'm guessing it probably was great. But it was just not a good movie. I don't know. They should have made it work with the season in some way, maybe, or with the they probably couldn't because of like those deals with the Super Sentai. I don't even know why they would have made it then. I don't get it. But obviously it made a lot of money, so who cares? All in all, it's fine. I don't like how Zed and Rita are kind of sidelined right away, and you don't really hear from them for the entire movie. I think Ivan Ooze was a good character. I think he was one of the best actors in the movie, best characters in the movie, most interesting. He's always just playing with his ooze, though. I think the whole thing with him, like doing that thing like on the commercial and stuff, was so stupid though, because he's supposed to be like the most powerful being in the world, and he's like he's like hawking some ooze on.
He's a
for
jokester.
Kids. Yeah, he's just so dumb. It's just stupid. But it's for kids, I guess. I don't know if it got good reviews back then. I didn't even look that up. Like how was it received back then?
There's no way.
It was probably like a huge ordeal. Like I was reading that Discovery Zone had like some special things you can get by going to Discovery Zone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. It's unbelievable.
I used to love that as a kid.
Yeah.
There was some like kind of cross marketing thing. It was Discovery Zone was fun until you crawled through a pile of pee. And you're like, oh, man.
Wow. Isn't that how everything is?
Man.
That's life.
Yeah, that's life for you.
That's how you become an adult.
That was an adult from that day
Experience
forward.
No.
Yeah. It doesn't get better. We have a friend that just has always been like that, right?
Yeah.
Times. Yep. Well, let's go into the rating for this here movie. Brian, what do you give Power Rangers movie?
I'm going to have to give it a thumbs down, man. It did not hold up over time just because of the CG and stuff. Again, a lot of the fight, like some of the fight scenes were cool, but the rest of it just dragged. It just wasn't a very good story with this main villain and all what they had to like do to fight him and everything. It just wasn't good.
Okay. Thumbs down from Brian. Jeff, how do you thumb this movie?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to thumb it down, Chris.
Not enough skeletons for you?
Not enough skeletons, too much CG, too much soaking by Zordon. You know.
Too much wrinkle soakage.
Yeah. Thumbs down.
Okay. Thumbs down from Jeff. Jordan, how do you thumb this?
Thumbs down, way down. This, I hate this movie more than I did Baby Geniuses because
that's insane.
That is also, I agree.
I want to hear why. Though. Yeah.
It's not just because it on an IP I loved as a kid.
Okay.
But it took it and made it worse.
Okay.
The story was worse. The CGI was worse. They decided to make one episode into a feature-length movie, which did not translate well.
It hurt you. That's why.
No, it's not only reason why, but like they just try to take one 30-minute, what could have been a 22-minute episode or 30 minutes, and expand it way too far. It's a formulaic thing that I didn't like. It's also like they chose CGI over what made the show great. Where it should have been like the normal like Sentai people in suits fighting. Yeah. They're like, oh, let's do CGI. They didn't realize their how bad the CGI was and decided to go with it anyways.
And was it bad in 95?
This movie was, yeah. That was garbage.
I mean, the CGI. I mean, the CGI, was that like considered top of the line, I wonder? I don't
know.
No.
Look at Jurassic Park. I know we keep bringing this up,
okay.
but like,
okay.
Again, it's a budget thing, but like, and I brought up some Baby Geniuses, like the budget CGI for the budget with Baby Genius wasn't great, but I think Baby Genius was a better movie.
Oh, wow. That's insane.
Because this movie on a good IP, they did not execute it well.
I don't disagree with that.
There's like Chris, you said how there's like this issue of like that they couldn't use the same Zords, they couldn't use the same whatever or costumes or whatever, but like, and that showed in the movie. Like it's bad.
Yeah.
And the story's garbage. Like I'm not saying Baby Gene's story is great, but like, they took something that's good and they made it worse in this movie. Yep. Whereas Baby Genius is like, it's, you know, it's not a great movie, but like it's original at least. And like they can be at fault because of, like of that.
And just to show you, if you do CGI right, other than like Jurassic Park, but The Mask came out a year before this.
Yeah. And that's great. Some of the Mask, but like the Mask is great. Again,
right. But the actual visuals, right.
It depends on the budget, of course. Yeah. But
so was it just a cash grab? They were like, we can make a lot of money if we 100%.
Make they're just milking. Then that's what I don't like.
So it was a summer movie. They were trying to hit the summer crowds, get the big popcorn.
They did it with He-Man, Masters of the Universe, which I kind of like.
Yeah.
They did like
it's well.
I kind of like it that's for the wrong reasons, but like
right.
Like anytime like they mess with something from my childhood, like it me off like so much.
It scars him.
Yeah.
Did you like the G.I. Joe movies, like the live action ones?
No,
from like
they're terrible.
10 years ago.
I didn't even see them.
We should.
I saw the first one.
I might pick those. Yeah, there's two of them.
Of course, you've seen them.
I've seen the first one.
Yeah,
I've never seen the second one.
Of course, you've seen them.
Yeah,
we do need to counter because I've been listening to like some of our older episodes where Chris has never seen it. We need like a counter, a tally,
a database of like.
Yeah.
All right, Chris.
How many times he says it?
That's a huge database. We can't upkeep that.
Yeah.
We don't have the processing power for that.
Yeah. Okay. So for me, this movie is unfortunately a thumber down, even though, like Jordan said, I agree with a lot of what Jordan, you guys said. I agree with it. Like everything you said is right on. I think it's just take something we had that was probably, if you think about it as a kid, you know, it's probably like something we watched every day, but like we probably only cared about it for a month, you know, or two.
Hold up, really?
Yeah, I mean,
my care for it didn't last long. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's because it was on TV after school, and we probably watched it a few days, like, you know, for a couple months, and then we're like, all right, whatever. Like, you didn't really. The Green Ranger saga was something that was like super big, probably, and that was like the thing we all paid attention to.
I think for me, like it was led by Batman the animated series. Yeah, I think this is when it came out, and maybe X-Men too, also, but like.
It was like the after school.
Yeah, this is like my first introduction into like that style of Japanese live action stuff.
Yeah,
I think for a lot of people, so it's cool. I mean, for me, it was cool.
The whole thing with Power Rangers, you know, as I said, it was the after school thing. We were that age, but if you go back and watch Reignition, like the first season, second season on Netflix, it's the acting exactly the same. Like the acting hasn't changed. It's like
I'm not worried about the acting.
Bad acting. like bad storylines. Like it's generally like the only cool part is the fighting monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the Megazord comes out. It's the same. It's just better. That's the only part about it.
That's the thing.
Just that.
They ruined that in this movie. That's what.
Okay. All right. I give it a thumbs down. I thumb that down. So that's a pile of watched, 4 thumbs down. Power rating for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie from 1995. Next week, who's up?
2 stinkers. It's me. It's my turn. We started with 2 completely thumbs down movies. And I was definitely going to pick one that had potential to also be completely thumbs down. So instead, I'm going to move that movie to my next pick, hopefully not following 3 stinkers.
You're a coward.
But I have a theme now, and it's going to be like cyberpunk dystopian futures. So that's my theme now for this season. And we are going to do one that basically I'm going to pick because I know Chris hasn't seen it, and he absolutely should have seen it.
Blade Runner.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh!
Yeah, so we're going to do Blade Runner. We're going to do the final cut version of Blade Runner.
There's like 15 versions. What does that mean?
Yeah.
Well, the final cut is the
last
final one. And Chris, have you seen Blade Runner?
Hell no. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, man.
Is it a guy running around with like a knife, like out, like you're not supposed to, and just?
Did you just say it's not that good, Jordan?
No.
I'm going to go back and listen.
So Blade Runner. What can you tell me about it? Is it anything
Harrison
I should
Ford's
care
in
about?
it.
Okay.
Rutger Hauer's
Indiana
in it.
Jones.
Yeah. It's not the first cyberpunk film or like story rather, but it is probably the first movie that like established what the style, like visual aesthetic of it is.
Okay.
It's in the future. There are these things called replicants. I don't want to give too much away for you.
Okay,
I think if you go in fresh, yeah, like the whole premise is like there's basically like robots walking amongst us.
It's a very pivotal film in the genre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What year was it?
Ooh,
80.
That's a good question.
Oh, it's in the 80s.
Say 82 or 83.
I'll say 83.
Wait, is it the
Let's
same
look.
year as the Terminator?
82.
Ooh,
Brian.
before the Terminator.
Ooh, Bryan. Got it.
Got a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, Bryan.
And what this does, watching this, allows us to watch the sequel someday.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Amazing.
I love the sequel, yeah. And but yeah, so Blade Runner, the final cut, that'll be for next time on the Pals.
Okay. What do you guys know about The Island with ScarJo? Is that one of these cyberpunk?
Is that Jude Law too?
I don't know.
Jude Law.
I just
on that
remember
one?
the commercial when I was like in high school.
No.
They're I understand it's kind of the same thing. They're like created by people who are rich.
Okay.
No. That was the Bugs Bunny no right there.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll put that on the list too someday. Never saw that either. All right, so next time we're watching Blade Runner: The Final Cut. If you have any questions or suggestions for future episodes or for us,
That's great.
please.
I don't even know which Blade Runners I've seen. There's been like 4 or 5 different versions, right?
Yeah. Well, they just keep releasing like a little bit more footage and a little bit more footage.
So they're all
and
the
a little
same
bit more.
movie?
Yeah,
Yeah,
with like
so
extra scenes and stuff and different.
This is
cuts,
this is the final one that they were like, all right, we're done doing
Is
that.
this the Ridley one? Like, this is his version, or is it the like
this is his final cut. Yeah.
or is it like the studio's final cut?
No, it's Ridley's.
Okay.
Who made that? What other movies does he make?
Ridley Scott?
Alien,
Oh my God, Chris!
Gladiator.
Never seen it.
What do
Yeah,
you mean?
I've seen it.
Tally
It looks like it's a lot.
Tally it.
Alien.
I'm done with you.
I've never seen the Alien movies.
Ridiculous.
Not one.
This guy just runs
Not
like
a single
Gladiator.
alien movie. That's
I've never
impressive.
seen an Alien movie.
He's like, I saw Terminator
Any of
vs.
them.
Predator. Or
I
was
think
it
I did
Alien
see that.
versus
Yeah, I
Predator?
saw that. I think I saw that with Jeff, actually.
Then that
I
I
counts.
saw
You
Look Who's
saw him.
Talking.
I did.
Saw all 3 of them.
Yeah. Okay.
God.
How about this? If you want to leave us a comment on how bad my movie stuff is, you can do that on the podcast platform of your choice. Maybe give us a thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever. Tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell anybody you can. Send them an email with a link to our show. Want to connect with us on social media? You can go ahead and yell at me there because I haven't seen any movies. That's great. All those links can be found in the show notes below. You can also head over to watchpals.show and join our Discord. There's a link there, as well as all the links to our social media and a link to our email at watchpalshow@gmail.com. I want to thank you, Jeff, for being here this week.
Hey, it's Morphin time.
I want to thank you, Bryan, for being here this week.
Hey, watch Baby's Day Out.
Jordan, I'm here this week to say thank you and sorry about ruining your childhood.
Hey,
or one thing in your childhood.
Hey, it's time.
Porking time.
Yeah.
Like Porky
Pork and
Pig?
beans.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, thank you out there all. Thank you out there in Watchland. Until next time, please set your watches for the next episode of the Watch Pals. It's Morphin time.
Look at Jeff's dog.
Is he dead? Somewhere okay?
Like, Dad, where'd you go, bro? All right. Good night.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.